on Holy Island and it's an absolutely gorgeous day.
It's beautiful.
And there's our yacht out there that we came in.
Of course, yeah.
And it's beautiful.
It is.
Absolutely gorgeous. We're having the best time already just walking down to the beach.
Yeah.
And now we're hoping to find some fossils.
Fossils, yeah. We've already had some luck so far. We found a few little tiny bits and bobs. So it's a beautiful day. We're in a beautiful place and let's go fossil hunting. Of the water, and just down here, look, we found 2 copper boat nails.
And there's lots more nails down here.
And pottery. Look at all the nails and pottery down here. All fragments of glass.
Copper nails.
Bit of old tile.
These are really nice nails.
See, look, there's bits of old glass here. Pottery. Look, people all around, clueless to the treasures lying just beneath their feet. Holy Island boat nail, Batman.
That's just...
Look, I've got some as well.
This is.
Oh yeah, it's strange on the end. But look, all these boat nails.
I know, I love them.
Oh, and there's one down here. There's loads of nails.
They're beautiful.
Probably come from some of these boats out here.
The old fishing boats.
Yeah, the old fishing boats. How cool, they're just lying here. Oh yeah, it's a decorative piece of like brass or something.
Yeah.
Look, it's just right here out in the open. Loads of people around. You've got to keep your eyes on the ground no matter where you go.
They probably have bonfires here every year or something, and they've been burning old boats.
Do you think? That's where these old boat nails have come.
Old bits of old boats have been burnt here.
Well, we can make things with these old boat nails.
It's treasure.
Oh, that's some kind of piece of stoneware.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
This is a heart.
That's some old Victorian pottery, this.
Looks like a heart. And there's a boat nail.
Oh, and there's 2. Oh, there's one. You've got the boat nail pile, there's another one.
Wow, there's too many.
There's loads of them. We should make a Holy Island boat nail necklace. Look, right in view of the castle. Oh, look down there. That's an old buckle. How odd. There's quite a few random bits of metal as well. Okay, so our finds so far are a little bit unexpected. We've got a whole bag full of copper boat nails. How crazy is that? Find on Holy Island today is this little guy, and it's a little tiny grotty bucky. It's a little European cowrie shell. How cute! Oh my goodness. There's always so much joy in finding these little shells. Isn't it beautiful?
Found a bit of a metal patch here. There's all sorts of things, nails and bits of pottery. There's this little plaque here, I don't know if it's got anything on it. I don't think so. If it had, it's gone now. Been screwed onto something. Okay, Alex has just found some new glasses for herself.
There we go. A little bit knackered.
Slightly far gone.
There's quite a lot of metal down here actually.
Yeah, there is. It's quite interesting. Looks like a steel toe cap out of a boot. What's this? Bit of copper. Just seeing if there's any writing on it. Doesn't look like it, but that'll be good for making things with. Keep that. And there's another bit there. Oh, I think it's probably part of the same piece. Yeah, great.
Okay, so Mum's found this hilarious. It's just, I don't even know what it is. But look! It looks like a face.
It is.
Look, get it in the light, get it in the sun. I'll turn it this way. Look at that! See, it's got a mouth, a nose, 2 eyes, and that's its hair. That's quite funny.
It's Herbert.
Herbert, yes.
Screaming Herbert.
It's funny, the last time we were here we were naming hagstones.
Yeah, we were. I've got to take Herbert.
Cheeky.
Alex spotted this button from all the way over there. Can you see it? There it is. A button.
We're having trouble making it where we're supposed to be going because we found some shells down here and I bent down to have a look and I found another grotty bucky. There, little grotty bucky. And I realised the button that Mum found, no, the button that I found that Mum picked up is actually made of bone. It's an old bone button. So that's a lovely little find.
Hagstone.
The first hagstone of the day. You can see through it, look.
It's a stone with a hole. Well, it is Holy Island.
Looks like a nose, actually, look. With nostrils.
It's a little natural cup, look.
Not Not sure what, I think it's a bit coral.
Alex has found a fossil that looks like coral.
Yeah, it looks like a tiny little bit of fossilised coral.
Oh, that's cute. I love that.
I mean, that's perfect jewellery size.
Yeah.
You could make that into a little charm or something. It looks like a tooth.
And here is a lovely little hagstone. Look at that. A holy stone on Holy Island. And some pretty bits of sea glass too. Of course, hagstones are fossils. A really pretty piece of sea glass. The colour, it's gorgeous.
Okay, so we're finding some fossils already. Mum's just found this one, this black sedimentary rock. Look, there's a fossil. There's some shell fossils in there. How interesting is that? And I also found a tiny little stone. This one I think I'll take. And it's got a tiny little impression of a shell in there. That's so beautiful. Oh wow, yes. Is it an ammonite? I don't think it is, I'm not sure.
I think it's just a shell. There's something lovely about sea-worn pottery. Delicate shades of blue and white and beautifully rounded edges. Alex says she's found a St Cuthbert's bead. Let's see.
I found it accidentally, I was looking at the shells.
Let's see.
And then I found a bead. It hasn't got a hole in it.
There we go.
It hasn't got a hole in it, but that is exactly what we're looking for.
Fantastic.
Little crinoid fossil, it's so perfect.
Oh, this is an interesting little fossil. Look at that. I like that. I think a lot of this rubbish is quite modern.
It is, but there's marmalade jars here.
Oh, there's a bit of
Yeah.
spongeware.
No, I think it's hand painted.
Is it?
Yeah.
Zoom in. Oh,
And look, there's some marmalade,
put it in the sun. There we go.
bits of marmalade jar and maybe ink pots and things. And look, it's an old mirror.
That's cool. I love finding bits of mirror.
Yeah, it is quite cool, isn't it? Makes you wonder who was the last person to look into it before it broke.
Yeah. I spy a copper nail. Can't resist them.
Choked to death. Oh, look at that.
As you cross, are you ready?
Sorry, there's a tour guide.
To Valhalla!
There's a tour guide going rather mad in the
Oh my
background.
goodness, I found one.
And I've just found
That's your...
St Cuthbert's bead right here, opposite St Cuthbert's Island, where he used to preach, which is there. And there's a cross on it there, and that marks the spot where Cuthbert had his altar, where he used to preach day in and day out.
Yeah, shout out to the tour guide. We just got that information from, overheard it.
And he lived off only the mussels that were on the island, apparently. So yeah, and these little
Look, there's one I just found,
Alex
tiny.
just found one as well. These are St Cuthbert's beads. And what's the story behind these, Alex?
Well, apparently St Cuthbert carved them from rock, and then in the storms they'd come down and they'd be found on the beach in the mornings.
Fantastic.
They'd come down from the heavens. But of course, they are crinoids,
Which are fossils.
which are fossils of living creatures that are, I think they're related to like sea urchins and things.
But we love them, and we love the story.
Yes. Who doesn't love a good old legend? St Cuthbert's beads, or Cuddy's beads, are the fossilised stems of crinoids from the Carboniferous period, approximately 300 million years ago. Crinoids are an extinct kind of marine echinoderm and are related to species such as starfish and sea urchins. Each disc formed part of an articulated stem. The hole in the centre is called the lumen, which would have held the animal's nerves and ligaments. In medieval Northumberland, the fossils were collected at Lindisfarne and strung as a necklace or rosary. According to local legend, St Cuthbert used the beads in a rosary, or that they were carved by his spirit and dropped down from the heavens in stormy weather, to be found washed up on the beaches the next morning.
Some nice bits of glass around here too, and that's bonfire glass there, look.
Here are my latest crinoids. Little cuddy beads. Yeah, short for St Cuthbert's beads, or short for St Cuthbert, is cuddy. So they're also called cuddy beads. But that one, you can see it's long, that one there. And that's the little segments kind of still stuck together. And I found another one down here. I think it's pretty easy to spot. Just there. There's another beautiful little crinoid fossil. St Cuthbert's bead. It's minuscule. It's the tiniest one yet. There we go. And this one's got a hole in it. That's the first one I found that has a hole in it. Wow. There's another tiny one down here. Can you see it? There it is. Tiny. But very beautiful. Oh my goodness, I found my best St Cuthbert's bead so far. It's that big one. If you get close to it, there's a little star in the middle. Now another name for these ones with little stars on are starstones. I'll have to get a better close-up of that later. That's so beautiful. Lovely little star shape just in the middle. There and there, and I am going to take them, but my fingers are so big and fat. And up here I see another one. Oh, I've lost it. Oh, there it is. There's one. It's a little bit bigger, but I'll have to put this away so I can get those tiny ones.
A nice 18th century brick here. I don't feel like carrying it though. And I spy another one, and it's really tiny. That's a lovely one, just tiny. Beautiful. And here's another one. Can you see it? Look. There you go. St Cuthbert's bead. Also found some nice beach glass. A little bit of clay pipe. These are the smallest. I don't think I can even film them.
They
They're
are
like
so
grains of
tiny.
sand.
Look. We say look at the same time, but seriously,
There are lots of the teeniest
there's
ones.
loads of them, but they're all so tiny. Oh wait, look, there's another little stack.
Oh yes.
How cool's that? Just down here on this little patch here, I found loads of them. Loads of tinies. Aren't they just absolutely glorious? And this bigger fossil, and I am not sure at all what that is, but I definitely think it is some kind of fossil, so I'm going to take it. But yes, we've not got much longer on the island before we have to turn back, so let's hope we can find some nice juicy ones before we go.
And I've just found this one, and look, it's like shaped like a little horn. Zoom in. Oh, I am zoomed in. Look, it's like the tip of one.
Okay, I've got some more in my hand just here, including a piece of carnelian. I can see most of them are teeny tiny. And then there was this, which I thought was one. Just that little circle was sticking out the sand. When I flipped it over, I realised it's the back of a shotgun cartridge. So, yeah, that was a bit random. I was trying to pick up that little round thing there. It just looks like a little St Cuthbert's bead. So that was a bit strange. But yeah, I'd say we've been really successful so far. Found some really, really beautiful little fossils.
Beautiful piece of lilac glass. And there's a St Cuthbert's bead. Can you spot it? There it is. And this looks like a piece of clay pipe, well worn away. I found this lovely bigger St Cuthbert's bead here. That's a nice one. Ooh, we're having such an amazing day. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Sitting here in the most beautiful, beautiful setting. It is really just like being on holiday. Absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, so I spotted a beautiful little crinoid stack here. Just there. Ta-da! But as I was looking around in the same area, I saw this thing. Oh my goodness, it looks like a little mushroom. Wow, is that a crinoid? I think it might be, like the top of one. Wow. That's beautiful. I don't know, I think that might be a part of a crinoid. How cool. There, Mum's got another teeny tiny one. Look how tiny that is. It's minuscule. That's been the theme of the day. They've all been very small. St Cuthbert's beads are named after Cuthbert of Lindisfarne, an Anglo-Saxon saint of the early Northumbrian church and of the Celtic tradition. Born in North Northumbria in the year 635, Cuthbert found his calling at a young age and went on to be monk, prior, bishop and hermit within his lifetime. At around 30 years old, Cuthbert moved to Lindisfarne as prior. He was in much demand as a spiritual guide and he developed the gift of spiritual healing. He was known as an outgoing, cheerful, compassionate person, widely liked and respected. At 40 years old, Cuthbert believed he was being called to be a hermit, to fight the spiritual forces of evil in a life of solitude. Cuthbert then lived in a hermitage on the island of Lindisfarne for 10 years. At the age of 50, he was called on by the church and king to become bishop. After 2 years, Cuthbert came back to his hermitage on the Farne Isles to live out the rest of his days. He died on the 20th of March, aged 52.
And here they are, the things we found on Holy Island. And we've got quite a mixture here of man-made things and natural. So we'll start with our boat nails.
Yeah, we've given them a light polish up because we're going to be making things with these.
Aren't they wonderful? Look at them all.
So much material here.
A hoard of boat nails.
And then up here we've got...
Screaming Herbert.
Screaming Herbert.
Well, I couldn't leave him behind, could I?
It does look exactly like a face. He's wonderful.
Or kind of like a frog as well. Like a frog or a face.
Ribbit. And then we've got another random collection of metal and things. Buckle there. That's the end of a shotgun cartridge that we can make things with. Oh, here we've got this bone button, which was a little bit unexpected.
Yeah, I love that.
And some of these little shells.
Groaty buckies, I love them.
Groaty buckies, which are little European cowrie shells.
And we have some lovely sea-worn pottery. Although this one isn't sea-worn because we found it with the nails, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it looks really interesting surface on there. I don't know if it's been burnt or not.
It looks quite old. That's why I took it. It's like an old bit of pottery.
It's unglazed on the outside and glazed on the inside. This grey glaze. So I'm not sure what that is.
And amongst it, we've got a few little tiny fragments of pipe stem, which are just very small, but
yeah, well worn.
We have found a few bits there before in the past, probably from sailors,
Yeah,
fishermen.
And we have a glass collection here. Some bonfire glass.
Yeah. Very
and
bonfire.
The rest is just nicely smoothed sea glass.
Yeah, and there's some patterned pieces as well.
That's pretty. Sort of a lavender colour.
Yeah.
And this one here's got some cross hatching on it. Don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah, it's very faint. We've got some fossils here. Well, actually, a mix of things, isn't there?
Yeah, fossils and pebbles.
So some of them have tiny little shell impressions in them. Some of them are hagstones. And hagstones are the result of worms going through mud. And then
it's fossilized.
The mud's fossilized and made holes in where the worm holes used to be. There's a little bit of carnelian. Other fossils that we're not 100% sure of.
Yeah, this one's interesting.
Yeah, what's this?
Is it some sort of tree?
Like
tree bark
or something? Yeah. Yeah,
this one here, that's interesting.
A few mysteries. Yeah, this one's really weird. What on earth is that? Yeah, if you can tell us. I think some of these are coral. Can tell some of these are coral, like that one's coral.
And that one's got the impression of a shell in it.
Oh, down here, these are our little horns. So we thought these might have something to do with the crinoids, but they're actually fossils of coral.
Yeah, and this one here looks incredibly like a mushroom.
It does, I love it.
It's so cute.
It's so cute. Okay, and finally, what we actually went there to find in the first place.
St Cuthbert's beads.
Aren't they so beautiful?
Yeah, lovely little crinoid fossils.
And this is our whole collection all together. And as you can see, most of them are just teeny tiny.
Some of them I don't even know how we saw. They're so small.
I know, it's crazy.
They remind me of those little seed beads.
Oh yeah, they do actually really do look like beads, don't they?
Yeah.
So with one of these, the biggest fossil actually, you just watched me make a ring with. So we're going to show that to you now.
And here it is, Alex's amazing ring.
Well, thank you very much.
It's made with one of the nails that we found. That's really chunky. And this beautiful crinoid with a star in the centre. St Cuthbert's bead ring.
Yeah, St Cuddy's bead ring, that's what I've called it.
Entirely made with things from the Holy Island of Lindisfarne.
Apart from the silver.
Yeah,
apart from the silver, everything else was found at Holy Island.
So that is absolutely gorgeous. I love it.
So you might notice it's missing one of its prongs. When I was making it, it actually had 4. And that's because I accidentally snapped one off. So, yeah, so now it has 3 prongs.
I think it still looks good with 3. I think it looks better actually.
It turned out just as well with 3 than it did 4, so.
Yeah. Sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
So now all it leaves us to do is say a massive thank you once again to everyone who has contributed to our channel in any way, whether it's leaving us one of your wonderful comments or liking and subscribing to our channel.
And of course to all of our patrons, who are all very important for us to continue making these videos and making things.
Yeah, making things. We love making things and we love showing you. So until next Sunday, it's
Bye!